From the streets to the stage, I'm the king of my craft. You could catch another phase. Yeah, you left in a cage.
Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. The podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Zach Hendricks. You can find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, you can look up your mama's favorites at Country Brand Country Official on all the social medias. I'm gonna give the hot tag to my tag partner.
What's up? It is Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at DocSimmons17. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to our senior official.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Referee Perch. You can find me at PerchXLV, #, Celebrate Pro Wrestling, and Waffles. Take It Home podcast.
Waffles.
Wow.
How was the breakfast hunt?
Lots of pancakes, lots of waffles, actually. Every morning. Been fasting, celebrating Ramadan. So I'm up and I'm at 'em with the breakfast. So much pancakes and waffles. That seems to stave off the hunger the best so far. So literally, it's just been pancakes and waffles every morning.
Oh, I love it. I'm all for that kind of a breakfast every day, filling. I've had a lot of blueberry pancakes over the past month or so. Whatever day we're in now, 12, 13? Yeah, the 12th. I've had over 12 pancakes this month. So one per day is kind of the theory. And Doc, you're probably blowing that out of the water with pancakes and
Yeah.
waffles.
So many.
Speaking in a month, is it doable? I love it. Lots of good breakfast.
I have not been like you guys. I have not really. I've actually had a waffle maybe, but I would say the most. We actually had pizza for breakfast the other day for Val's birthday. We went down to Chicago and stopped at Oasis, and there's Sabara. So we had to stop and get a slice. Especially like Val has it. I feel like I was on my way to a show though. And then other than that, the only other thing, we went to Chuck E. Cheese's too and had more pizza. So a lot more pizza, but not much breakfast. But, you know, it sounds like these pancakes have been good. Not missing a day, not missing a banger. So we know what we're going with. We missed last week, so we got a banger of this week.
Banger of the week. We've been rocking some good tunes as the weather turns from the winter landscape into the spring landscape back into the winter landscape. I walk outside these days and sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's snowing, sometimes it's sunny and warm. And that's all the course of one day. So it leads to beautiful drives on the countryside and some great bangers all day long. Been rocking some good tunes and a CD from probably 2017 era, 2018, from a performance at the Glastonbury Music Festival from Dua Lipa. That whole concert DVD or concert video, well worth watching. She's incredible, and that's almost 10 years ago. She was on top of her game. But the song that I would say really came through is Lost in Your Light by Dua Lipa. She performs it solo in the concert, and it's incredible. And on her CD, it's with Miguel, which is also awesome. So two different versions, and either way, that's a song you can get lost in when the beat comes in, the music, the voice. It's like it puts you in a trance when it hits just right. And yeah, I love it. That whole Dua Lipa CD has been rock. If I had a CD player, it would have been in the CD player all week so far.
Wolf was listening to him talk, and he was saying how the only CD that's ever been in his car and will ever be in his car is the Rocky IV soundtrack. I'm sure Dua Lipa is pretty good too.
Oh yeah. I mean, now that we got the banger of the week, what have we been watching, guys?
Feel like I've been watching a lot of random wrestling actually. I watched what are their names? The Minnesota boys.
Royal Flavor?
Royal Flavor versus Exodus from Ironheart Pro, I believe in December, where Exodus went over. I know I watched that today. I watched we watched Dynamite. I know on the drive. Um,
Oh yeah, we watched Dynamite.
but I don't know if that was the Ketchum Moxley match, or I had watched another Dynamite that had Ketchum and Moxley. But I watched the Ketchum and Moxley, and that was really good. That's
Wow, those are two of the best in the world.
yeah, like very surprising that those two had a very good match. Who would have thought?
Oh, that's what we live for, matchups. And seeing a great matchup on any given night, that's enough to get you through a day of work or a few days of work
Mhm.
and even afterwards.
Yeah, it has been some stations have made some changes. There's just a lot of good television on. It's hard to keep up with everything. It's
Oh
really
yeah. I don't really, besides the wrestling we watched in the car, I don't think I really watch much. I've been more on watching a lot of Ghost Adventures with Val, like one per night.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of a thing. Oh, I watched the Chainsaw Man movie. That was really
Texas Chainsaw Massacre or
no
Chainsaw Man?
Chainsaw Man. Not yeah.
What's that?
It is it's an anime.
No.
Um, it's a world with devils. Um, actually, I think you would really like it. It is kind of like kind of a horror, but our hero doesn't have lofty goals. He doesn't want to be king of the pirates. He doesn't want to be the Hokage. All he wants is to touch some boob. So yep, that's it. He goes around killing demons, having this terrible life, all in the pursuit of touching boob. Yep.
uh, I watched one of the a short, uh, an animated short from the same director, and yeah, incredible. The guy's got
Oh,
a
Fujimoto, yeah, I gotta
the,
watch
the writer or director. Yeah,
the writer. He wrote, draw the manga. Um, Somebody else is directing it, but yeah,
it was a set of numbers like a 19 to
yeah,
26.
17 through like 26 or something like that.
Yeah, 17,
I have it
26.
saved to watch.
Yeah, and eye-opening, fascinating tales.
He's
Like a
a
lot, one of
very, very weird guy, but like in a good way. There are a lot of bad weird. And
fresh animation. I enjoy.
yeah, so he obviously has his input in the anime, but usually the creator of because all of these are stories that he that series is all the like they're called one shots, which are just like the comic equivalent of a made for TV movie,
Mm,
if that makes sense.
mm-hmm,
So yeah, it's like the comic equivalent of a made for TV movie. They're usually pretty decently long comparatively to your weekly or even your monthly issues. And this is
mm-hmm.
just like a series of those that he made.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoy.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, and it's yeah, I really want to watch that. He's got some good stuff
Mm,
on there that I've been wanting to watch. Like I've known about him since like the mid 2000s, but I
mm.
didn't like it was the internet was just becoming what it is today. It is just I didn't have the time then for him,
Hmm.
but was well aware of him, was intrigued.
Yeah. Uh, I've watched one of those episodes or a couple of those episodes over the week. Uh, also watched the movie Tombstone for the first.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I haven't seen that in forever.
I'm a big Kurt Russell fan, and I didn't know he was in it.
Oh,
And wow,
the movie's got
that
everybody
movie
in it.
and Val Kilmer, holy
Yeah, I've got
smokes,
everybody in
that
it.
movie was so good. Just some people like westerns, some don't. I've never seen modern western. I mean, this one was made in '93, but
Yeah, yeah.
the old cowboy movies I've seen were all from like before the '70s. So to
Mm,
me, this is like a modern western. And it was so good. Great story, good action, great acting. Um, Loved it. And then a good Doc character in there as well.
yeah.
Little Doc Holliday. uh, and then Elimination Chamber was so cool. Um, Seeing Randy Orton doing his thing. I was watching with Sierra on the phone, and I remember we were talking about who was coming out, and I said, "Oh, and I like this guy because he was around back when I was younger, and I always loved him, the Legend Killer." So to see him in that Elimination Chamber in the modern version, incredible.
Yeah,
Um,
Randy's one of the coolest people in wrestling right now.
One of the coolest in wrestling. He's like Snoop Dogg years ago. He's on his bonus life,
Yeah,
just doing all the achievements
yeah,
now.
yeah. Well, all of his extra achievements are just playing video games. Dude, that's the thing. Like, he could live that Snoop Dogg life if he wanted.
Yeah, Randy Orton,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he could.
He's like he is or can be, could be yet the
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg of pro
yeah. He's
wrestling.
not done yet. Yeah,
And not, Snoop in the '90s, but Snoop over the past, say, 10, 15 years.
yeah.
Everybody's lovable Snoop Dogg. I love it. Um, but
It's
yeah,
so
Randy Orton,
strange to see
great.
Snoop anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, oh, and that women's elimination chamber match was great. Uh, and lots of good action. Rhea Ripley, Beeston, Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, that elimination chamber, I had to rewatch a couple matches because that one was great. Just a good modern pay per view, and yeah, caught it at the right time.
Hell yeah, I'm here. I was
Mhm.
just yeah. So we missed like last week. So what we've been up to? Let's talk about what we've been up to last few weeks.
Well,
Perch, how's the classes and all that been going?
yeah,
Yeah,
but,
been
but,
fun. School is wonderful. The university. I have such a different perspective of it now than I ever did growing up. So I reference it as like different things. A university, going to university. It used to be like, yeah, you're gonna flunk out of college one day. Now it's like, no, I go to a university to study a school.
but,
uh, but no, it's fun. It's wonderful. I've had I've already broadcasted a basketball game. I've been an usher for a school musical. Uh, I've had a job interview to work on campus. Uh,
oh.
I got my butt kicked in a Mario Kart tournament. Holy smokes. I didn't place every race, but I definitely got my ass kicked in every set of races. Uh,
64 or Switch.
Switch, little controller.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
so maybe
and
an adjustment, an adjustment.
yeah, and I'm not bad, but I don't know the tricks. And
Yeah, I mean the
they
game
know the
evolves a lot.
tricks. They know the shortcuts.
Yeah, the
And
game evolves a lot.
um, yeah, but
There's
needless
legacy
to
play
say,
with Mario Kart.
uh, Yeah, I love it, and just having the option to play it with people was fun. Played some ping pong with Sierra over the weekend. We went to school, and we also saw Wicked in the theater at school. So mixing all the worlds. I know I'm sure I've mentioned in the past on here, seeing Wicked 2. Uh, and yeah, it came out in the theaters at school and on the giant screen. We went, and it was incredible. Ariana, Cynthia, Goldblum, uh, everybody, just incredible. Michelle Yeoh steals the show. She's the best in the movie, and yeah, it's fun to have those kinds of things to do. Well, also writing book reports and papers, and I had a 4-page paper I wrote kind of on the journey I've had in pro wrestling so far, and we had people kind of go and workshop it and critique it, and other people's and stuff. It's wonderful to hear different ideas. I don't know what people think about it. I just try to write from the heart and get something, and yeah, people seem to appreciate it, which was pretty cool, and gave some tips and tricks and stuff. And it was fun to be able to tell the story of Bruiser and the guys in camp. And yeah, it was very cool. Uh, but now I'm having to mix that school life with wrestling, which is very fun. Since day one, I've always had such an appreciation of pro wrestling, from every day of training to every show. Every show day is amazing. It's like, where else in the world would you rather be? Um, so now that I'm, in a university and balancing it with, life, uh, I maybe work a show a weekend, or maybe a weekend off and then a show. So it's been fun. I've been able to work with, the companies that I've can call home over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years since day one and in the journey. So it's been very fun. We had an AAW show a couple weeks ago, which was a lot of good matches. Berwyn Eagles Club, that place is always fun. We had a freelance show at Logan Square Auditorium, another venue that's just special. And to be able to go from school to a spot like downtown Chicago and have a place to work and be like, yeah, we're going out. It's
Living a full life.
it's very fun. Yeah, yep, full and fulfilling, and yeah, it's like uh, being the new guy at school, but then going into wrestling and still being the young student at school, but a lot more stories to tell
Yeah.
and stories to hear from, and I know a little bit more of the landscape. So it's fun to be in a familiar territory, because school is so unfamiliar, but I'm learning how to get real with it, just like wrestling was
Yep.
in 2018.
Just takes time. Just takes time.
Yeah, and freelance, I had a fun scramble match um, with CJ Martin and RJ Zawa and Stone Ambrose, Sabin Gage, Robbie Reeves, Izzy Moreno, some good people in there, and RJ Zawa picking up the win. I had Shazza McKenzie and HBJ, good old Sean Logan.
Yep.
I'll always know him as Hartenbauer Jr. for the couple of months that he was that role.
Hey,
But
look,
that's right when his name clicked.
HBJ was a good one. That was a good gimmick.
HBJ for life.
Hey, you
He
know
was
what?
also
Sean has shown to be a chameleon, to be able to work a lot of gimmicks.
he really is, and a true worker. And he was also at that Elimination Chamber that I was watching.
Yeah, he was busy.
uh, and then he had a match uh, teaming up with Shazza against Reagan and Trent. Great tag team. Reagan Lindell and Trent Wrigley, both really got a great start with the scramble matches over time. and continued to garner major success and are starting to understand pro wrestling a little bit and what a crowd feels like and how you train and how that translates to a match and how that translates to the audience. Uh, yeah, great to experience on those levels with, you know, fellow students getting good quality reps inside the ring. Um, Next match I had was Darren Corbin against Alfonso Gonzalez, against Trevor Outlaw, against Ali Ketch, and special entrant bounty hunter Brian Keith.
Hey,
I didn't see it coming. It was incredible.
I haven't seen anything from that. That feels weird.
It was so cool. And Bounty Keith took it to Trevor Outlaw, so I allowed it.
He is Brian Keith is awesome. He's so funny. He's so good.
Genuinely. Uh, we've had a lot of those people throughout our journey in pro wrestling where you can learn from and veterans in different locker rooms and just people you enjoy in different locker rooms, good friends, good homies, good students you can learn from and learn with. And yeah, Boney Keith has been a guy from day one, someone who I can always put my gear next to and just talk about, you know, good vibes, family, and enjoyment for being here. You know, we understand we're here for a reason, and we're gonna enjoy that reason every moment of it. uh, so yeah, good people and great wrestler, and yeah, he beat up Trevor in that match pretty good. I was I was allowing it as a referee, ref's discretion, and that was all right. Play on. Uh, Fun to work with Ali as well in there uh, from the Hammerstein Ballroom uh, last year. That was last January. So over a year ago to now, she's had an incredible recovery. I'll always remember being right there as she was was on the floor at the Hammerstein Ballroom, all the way to outside in the blizzard for half an hour. It was some wild times, and just goes to show in pro wrestling, there's not a linear time frame. It's like
Nope.
things from the past come to the future, and the future comes true in the past.
Yeah.
Uh, just got to play your part and stay true to yourself and be present every day. And that way, I'm trying to be open for all the all the wisdom and anything you can make sense of.
Time is a
And
flat circle.
yeah, there's no flat Earth in wrestling. It is round, and it's more like Interstellar, where Matthew McConaughey goes to outer space, but then turns out that he was actually in the past and the present and the future and forever. So it's like, yeah, pro wrestling is interstellar. um, but yeah, cool to see Ali out there and doing it. Very, very great. Um, Another show that I had just over the weekend was when GCW came to Chicago. Awesome to work with GCW again, a company I've traveled all over the world with. And anytime they come close to home, it's special. And this time, Talia Hall. Um, yeah, going back to the Lucha Libre shows we worked with Frank's Ring, the Bruce City Ring back in 2018, 19.
So this was
Talia
also my
Hall.
first time there. I missed that. But I never forgot the stories about the stairs. People don't
Yeah, lots
forget.
of when Logan Square Auditorium used to bring the ring up the stairs through the alleyway, those were the worst stairs. And it
Yeah.
made Talia Hall reasonable. Oh, this is fine. It's just a straight shot right up the stairs. But now that Logan Square has been setting up the ring and storing it on the roof, we no longer have to go up the stairs in the alleyway, which then makes Talia Hall that much more daunting of a
Yeah.
task. And a whole generation of people who don't
Domino effect.
appreciate the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Uh,
You
but
kids
the
got
first
it good.
The first person who ever showed me around there was Chico, and Chico was there. He was like, "Hey, Perch, let me show you around." And this was 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Um, he showed me around, gave me the lay of the land, made me feel comfortable. Uh, showed me the locker room and the balconies. So ever since that, a great feeling and sense of home at this random venue, an old opera house in downtown Chicago. uh, and a family friend's, grandma used to sing there way back in probably the early 1900s. Uh, so yeah, very, very cool venue. A lot of good history and a giant stage, beautiful ring, beautiful balcony, and and yeah, a lot of people on hand from the journey and the travels. And you guys were there. It was so cool to see you.
Yes, sir.
Was there as well. Uh, the show. Uh,
Yeah, that's in
we
the
had good
01 crew.
BCW represent. Hmm. Uh, and the first match I had was Joey Janela against Chico Suave.
Yeah.
So I was able to work with Chico here, and the crowd loved him. He gave it his all, and at the end of it, he got caught in a submission and tap out. So Joey wins. However, Joey didn't let go, and I tried to get him off, and he wasn't breaking it, and I saw that look in Joey's eyes, and I've I've seen it before. We've been all over, from Cork and Hall to climbing a mountain in Alaska to standing on a goalpost in Chicago Heights. Uh, I've seen that look in his eyes before, uh, and I've also seen him engulf in flames in a two-ring giant War Games cage match. Uh, so, needless to say,
It's a
I
spectrum.
I've I've been in the ring with Joey under a lot of circumstances, and I know when he has that look in his eyes, just kind of what he's doing and what he's about to do. And he was not letting go of Chico. So I told him, Joey, if you don't let go, I'm going to strip you of your win. And he did not. So that's it. I called Emil and I said, Emil,
Hey, Chico, undefeated in
man, I've never done
GCW.
this. And it's a decision that I don't take lightly. And I would never go into my own volition. However, and Chico gets his first win right here, undefeated at GCW.
Number one
He works
contender.
the hard cam. Yeah, he's incredible. He goes from working the hard cam and working the bell at many shows when we're there. I'm used to seeing him at hard cam, and I give him the signal. So he's definitely there and part of the team. So it's fun to give him the opportunity or see him take the opportunity to have a match against Joey to open the show, and the crowd loved it. So he earned that victory by the end of it, and yep, repercussions happen to Joey. He's on a good level right now. And talking about wrestlers who are on that next level, Joey continues to innovate and in different chapters. And he's had a lot of chapters before I joined wrestling, and a lot of chapters since I've been in pro wrestling, since we've been in pro wrestling and known him. So cool to see right now in this day and age, he is out there cooking stories and storylines for other people and himself. And he's always looking to let pro wrestling kind of run through him, and it's not for his own selfish benefits. It's for the benefit of pro wrestling. He genuinely works for the business and wants to help it and uh, helps others in the process, which is something that I enjoy from day one. Uh, Wrestling, you can focus on bettering yourself without being selfish. And that means helping those around you succeed, because together we'll succeed and help the business. And I see a lot in that in Joey. And the way it's being manifested right now is him being a mean, badass pro wrestler who's doing some dastardly things, and building up a hell of a video package for spring break, which is coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, gotta get those shots. Good job working the hard cam.
So always thinking, always cooking, a few steps ahead, and try to get your footage and create your own video packages and tell stories, because every match you do, is grander than just the match itself. There's a lot more to it that you can take out of it or prepare, and garner coming out of it. But yeah, very fun match. And yeah, Chico with the win. That was pretty cool. Next match I had was a scramble match with people from all over. Very fun. GCW scrambles with some good, fresh talent from different travels and different places that I've been with them. We had Teriyaki and Bobby Flacco, Gavin Ash, Jack Cartwheel, Lil Marcus Mallers. Great wrestlers, great people. Everyone came through. They're all, each person is lending a hand to the next. Going out there and learning from different styles and different influences, and coming into a match like this where they're all sharing those styles and influences with one another and lending a hand to the next guy while the other opponent is helping them rise up to the occasion.
And helping Perch drop cutters.
And then there's always going to be those moments in any given match where someone wants to connect with the audience and draws something up. And well, when they're looking at the bench players, they know they've got me on the bench.
Yep.
So they'll know if we drop this game plan. Yeah, they picked me for the job, and yeah, I was able to
their Jordan.
Yeah, and was able to take that love and passion for one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, in Randy Orton, and really just manifest it. I didn't have to think out there in the moment, but I was almost hit with a cutter, so I hit him with my own. I know that move from watching Moxley mostly in recent since wrestling. However, the RKO out of nowhere is vicious, deadly. Mine was by no means an RKO. It was more of just a garden variety.
Ace crushing.
I like to think of it as I had Moxley and Hart when I did it. Just a good brutal, nothing fancy. Some people hit it with trunks, like Randy Orton. Others hit it with cargo jeans or camo jeans like Moxley, and that's me. That's more my style. A pants cutter. And yeah, I definitely channeled the legend killer in there. In the moments that followed, felt the audience, felt the Chicago crowd, and yeah, it was very fun. And then next match I had was Gringo against Atticus, and Gringo in Chicago and at Talia Hall is always fun. He's always telling great stories. The last time his daughter got involved, pulled into the ring, it was scary, but she ended up hitting a top rope move, and
yeah, she can defend
created
herself.
drama. Yeah, she did incredible. And this time, Atticus grabbed Amber, Gringo's significant other, grabbed her by the hair, pulled her inside the ring. Well, before he knew it, she hit Atticus for the DDT. Gringo hit a move, came up just short. I tried as a ref, 1, 2, and he just kicked out. It's like it was real drama. With everyone in the ring, Amber told Gringo to go up to the top rope, and he did. And she held down Atticus, and Atticus switched spots and held her down, and Gringo landed on her.
Ooh.
And distraught in that moment, Atticus took advantage and hooked Gringo for a double headlock drivers. And it was devastating. reminiscent of Triple H, Stephanie McMahon inside the ring, and this family drama playing out, and legitimate emotions, and coming up just short, but giving it everything you have. And yeah, Gringo came up just short for the championship in this night, but poured out blood, sweat, and tears, and the family stayed together, and I hope got stronger after that kind of a performance. It was incredible. It was kind of drama I love.
You always like that good Triple H Stephanie drama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so fun shows and great times, especially Berwyn Eagles Club, and Logan Square Auditorium, and Talia Hall. Three fun venues, all in a row, and yeah, very fun to look back on and enjoy, and to call Chicago like the second spot we ever got our chances at, and right here in southeastern Wisconsin being the first spot we ever got our chances at, and yeah, well, I'll be at an Elks Lodge show coming up later this month, so it's fun to experience the contrast between school and the wrestling world, but to have the wrestling world to call home and promotions to call home and a community is so important and means so much. Um, and it gives me strength to go out there and perform at school. Uh, it gives a little bit of self-esteem and motivation and inspiration um, from the wrestling community. So yeah, I enjoy lots of fun.
Well, Zach, last week we had ICW.
Yes, sir. I believe you kicked off the show.
Oh yeah, I did. I had the four-way. Myself, Wyatt Boone, Zach McGuire, and Oso Turco. First time locking up with Wyatt Boone. I know Zach said that this is probably his last year, so happy to get on his farewell tour. Also, we have had a couple wars over the years in different iterations of yourself. I think it was a good way to start off the show, set the tone. I got the win, so you're looking at your number one contender for the Midwest Championship.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You got singles gold. I want some of that shit.
Oh, yeah. And my ass defended some singles gold in the main event against Kevon Lee. And I did some things I told people I'd do.
Yep.
I powerbombed Kevon Lee before Kevon Lee ever powerbombed me. Remember that. You can never take that away. I powerbombed Kevon.
If anything, it was easier for him to powerbomb you after you powerbombed him because you were obviously tired.
Oh yeah. But I powerbombed him. It wasn't a wrestling match. It was a fight. And unfortunately, sometimes you get cheated out of a good fight.
Yep.
That's what happened. The fans screwed me over. I blame everyone but myself. Guess that's the best way to do it.
Yep. Never learn anything.
I blame the fans. I blame Kevon. I blame his stupid trainers.
Yep.
I blame them all.
Yep. They're all equally.
Ain't my fault. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You want to know what? All the fans so happy. I decided this month I ain't going to ICW. I ain't going.
You know what? I will stand in solidarity with you.
Yeah, Doc's not going. You know what?
Yeah.
And because of that, keep it up, ICW, and we're taking away Brew City as well. So we'll talk about that next week. But we're taking those away as well. Attitude. But then my ass had to do a fill-in for Tyler Baggins at fourth wall, representing the Queendom. What was it? First of all, got a little involved. Everyone's upset because I got involved in the tag championship match between NDS and Mario and Jared. Here's my issue. Everyone's all upset. My issue is everyone knows Mario and Jared run the show. Why have they not called Doc back? Doc's been back forever.
Yep.
What, you don't want to have another white and black man tag team on the show?
Yep.
Only one per show?
Yep. Selfish, greedy.
Selfish. And that's why they all lost. And that's why they lost. NDS still champions. And then I had to be in the main event where I took on Big F and Luke. And I was going to win us not a golden jacket, a black jacket. There's a lot of jackets in this company.
Yeah, there's a lot of jackets.
A lot of jackets. Went after him, and then Jared wanted to stick his nose where it didn't belong. Got a little bit involved. I beat the shit out of Luke. I will say, beat that guy's ass. Where the Kingpin. My bad. I'm so tired of this. I'm allergic to it. Anyway, the Kingpin came out and beat Big F and Luke. He's now the champ because I softened him up.
Yep. Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, but I did not defend the For the World Heavyweight Championship, so I still have that one.
That's all that matters.
But because the fans were so happy about that, I ain't going to fourth wall in March.
Yep.
Because the fans were so happy about these ass whoopings I took because it's their fault, not mine.
Yep.
Country Air will not wrestle in Wisconsin the month of March. Taking it away.
Yep. No mas.
Unless we get a last minute booking, we're taking it away.
As of now, no. And then
Doc,
we'll go on to.
But were you that Midwest champion back at WPW back in 2019?
I was the tag champ.
I remember there was a championship of some sort, and I was looking back at the photos.
Yeah, that's tag team with Rough Rider Rashad. Yep, the tag belts.
With who?
Rough Rider Rashad.
Oh, WPW?
Yep.
That was like, I thought I remember it was like Midwest tags or something. Something to do with maybe Midwest.
Very popular.
That was a great one, though. What a great era. Because 2019.
I believe those were like the old NWA Wisconsin tag belts, too.
Yep. Just adding our names to those legacies.
Yeah. So anytime when you mention that you're a contender for a title, it brings me right back to that picture, and that was an early title, and that was
that was a quick one.
7 years ago. Incredible.
Yeah. That one was super early.
Well, speaking of titles and tag titles,
yep.
This weekend we were one of the few of the 12 matches that did compete on We Love Wrestling.
Yep.
It wasn't many. There was 12. And only 1/3 of the show went on, and we kicked it off.
That's why you go first.
Oh yeah. We have been actually, Doc. If I think about it, is it the last 3 or 4 weeks now? You've been the first match.
Yeah, I think so. I like that shit. Keep that going.
Yeah, like I've either been the opening match or the main event. So
don't want that main event. I have a feeling we're going to be the
we'll talk about covering this upcoming.
Yeah,
I have a feeling the same.
I have a feeling.
But before we talk about this next weekend coming up, we didn't take on the Pack. They called off. They chickened out.
Yeah.
Because at this point, that's all I can say is you chickened out. We took on the Den. Not the Thumper's Den. The Den.
Yes, the Den.
I believe they're the former Horror Slam Tag Team Champions.
Yeah. And that was it was a fun one. It was fun. It was good. Uh, they, I could have swore he was going to break the ring before the match started, but once that didn't
He
happen,
broke the top rope.
we could say that that's why you fell.
Bro, yeah,
'Cause
homie like went nuts
you did
running
it in
across
the
these
same
ropes. The
corner.
top rope was so loose.
Yep, you did it in the same corner. So we could say that, yep, he broke that side at least.
Oh yeah. It didn't matter though. These guys like they wanted to be big, bad, thought that we were walking in their turf and they were gonna intimidate us by breaking the ring. And all they did was grab a steel chair and hit each other in the face and mess up. And once again, we didn't win gold, but number one contenders to gold, the
Yep.
dynamic duo tag team championships. And twist and flip, it's ironic they posted how they haven't had a match against Country Air, so it looks like the stars are lining up.
Yep. So hey, let's get it done.
Have the checks clear, and we'll do the business and give you guys the ass whooping of a lifetime.
Yep. But yeah, it was the match was fun, and then this twist and flip match may be fun as well.
Oh yeah, we said like we talked about Sunday. We went to GCW, Talia Hall, watched a lot of the homies do their things. Uh, saw Perch out there doing his thing. Other than that, I will say, yeah, Tuesday was Val's birthday, so we went out to Chicago, checked out. There's a place called Oz Park, which like I guess the guy who wrote Wizard of Oz is from Chicago. So they have a park with like the statues with the Tin Man, Scarecrow, Dorothy, the Lion. Saw all that. We went out to the Science Museum. The guy who designed the Wicked costumes, he had a whole exhibit, and the main event of the exhibit was the Wicked costumes, like the bubble gown, the Wicked Witch outfit, the wizard, all of them. So really good to see. It was cool to see all that. And then we ended her birthday at Chuck E. Cheese's because we're adults. So we got game cards and pizza and like had a little adult birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese's.
That's the mature thing to do.
Bro, also, side note, like I think I told you this when we were driving. I've been buying a lot of these like Simpson toy blind box things. And like I've been getting lucky like a motherfucker, bro. I have not got any duplicates. I got another one today. I got the Pie Man, bro. There's like 12 of them, and I've done 8, and I got 8 new ones so far. Like I haven't hit a whammy.
Mhm. That's nice. That your luck will run out at some point, but it might be um not when you want it.
Yeah, it's like lucky with these toys. Let's bring that luck other places. Hit the lotto, it's never. But yeah, no, super proud of that. I was like, oh, got another toy today. I mean, really random nerd stuff, but makes me happy. But enough about that. Enough about what we did. We have a topic for tonight. I gotta look it up again. All right. Topic tonight was a match, a pay per view, and a debut slash return you wish you could have relived for the first time.
Yep. Uh, I can go
I
first.
believe this probably stemmed off of the big debut of Danhausen coming out. Big
Yep.
ovation, big pops.
Yep. That definitely helped. Um, so for a match, I wish I could relive for the first time. Uh, I would be selfish and go us versus the Caribbeans 30-minute Iron Man match. Um, wish I could relive that because there's no tape of it. And that's what I really wish there was. So if I could relive one, I would relive that and make sure we got it recorded.
Bro,
Um,
like that Chris came like a year too late.
yeah. Yeah, that one is unfortunate. That yeah, we don't have that one. A pay-per-view, I'm gonna go kind of recent. AEW All Out 2024. I can just remember being emotionally exhausted um after this. Like this felt long because I cared about everything. Um, and that's a good problem to have. Um, in a debut return, I wish I could relive. I'm gonna stay in AEW. The debut of Danielson and Adam Cole, like the double whammy at the end, perfect.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that came up in my feed too after the Danhausen. It was like, oh yeah, they did. That was back to back. Like post main, that was fucking insane. But yeah, like AEW's done pretty good lately.
Oh yeah. Um, I guess for me, a match I would like to relive. Hmm. I don't know if I'd like to relive it. I'd like to reset it. The Freelance Underground match.
Hey,
I'd
fair.
love to reset that one.
Yep.
What?
All three of us would like the the if I could just have a picture of the moment Perch tells me 8 minutes to go. I just want a painting of that moment to hang up when Perch tells me and Ruffo 8 minutes to go. Shit.
Yep. Uh, Definitely not one of those when they reach out to you multiple times and you finally get the opportunity. Not the brightest, not the best. So if I was to relive it, I don't know, relive would only be if we could
Would go
we could
back to
change
calling
courses.
that match. I would relive how we called that match.
Yeah.
Because now I know how to handle that situation.
Yeah, now that I'm like more older, mature, more confident, and all that, but that's one of those things too, where
It was a
maybe we
big
weren't ready.
learning
And
experience. I'll say one
we
thing,
tell the guys
never
we
been in
have.
that situation again. Never been in
Oh
that
yeah,
situation again.
one of those. I'm glad. Like it sucks because you're the one that learned from it, but that's what the whole point about giving that knowledge and passing it along, so other people don't have that.
Yep,
We'll be the test dummies for you.
yep. Won't happen
But I
again.
guess yeah, if I was to relive one, I guess it'd be the Freelance Underground. As much as I hated that one, just to see if what could I have done differently.
Oh, yep.
Um, for a pay per view to rewatch, hmm, it might be all in. Maybe rewatch it this time. Like I was there live, so maybe like a rewatch that pay per view more from like a
At
with
home.
the commentary and everything else.
Don't particularly remember much about the commentary. The show was good.
No, the show was super good. Like we got Penta versus Kenny Omega for the first time. It was Joey Janela versus Hangman. We got MJF opening the show against Matt Cross. We had Flip Gordon win the Battle Royal where he ended up taking on Black Machismo for the Ring of Honor World title. Cody Rhodes versus Nick Aldis for the NWA World Heavyweight title. So yeah, it was like, and then the main event was rushed as a motherfucker because it was the Young Bucks and I think Young Bucks and Dakota Ibushi versus Ray Phoenix, all that. But they every match went so over on time. They were
Yeah,
trying to get all their stuff in for the pay per view.
yeah, yeah. That was unfortunate.
So yeah, I mean, but yeah, I guess like relive that one. But I like to watch that one like because like I said when I was first there, watched it like live. But yeah, it'd be cool to like rewatch it, but like just pay-per-view wise too, in a house too, where you can sit down your butt and like hear like see a little bit more up close and personal. And then for a debut, uh, I miss like the old like I feel like I don't want to say Edge. Edge is so obvious. Like the Edge one's so the return of Edge is so good, but man, uh, I mean, I'll say I like the Adam Cole's debut in NXT,
Yep,
attacking Drew, and then
that
like
was,
right at the bat, aligning himself up with O'Reilly and Fish.
yeah, that was a good
So I'll
one.
go Adam Cole, but the WWE because I remember even going to NXT Chicago, the one where Tyler Bate had that good match with Pete Dunne, but everyone was there expecting Adam Cole to show up.
Yeah, that was a good one. And finally,
And
Perch.
Perch for you.
Yeah, if I were to relive a match and be back into one, I would take maybe a Mance Warner cage match in Chicago uh, back in 2021, maybe against Fred Yehi. It was it was just a moment in time where I remember the anticipation, the build up, the anxiety, the pure joy. Um, it was such a spectacle and a big opportunity, and I felt complete comfort in the moment and realizing that we're out here performing pro wrestling, and that's what we're here to do. And I was in there with a couple people who I completely trusted. And yeah, it was a wonderful match, and it was a fun one to take in, and I soaked in every moment. Um, I like those old school pro wrestling matches and the brawls and the fights, and it's got to be settled in a ring, in a pro wrestling ring. Uh, and and that match with Mance was part of a blood feud. Um, Also to be part with Mance last year at spring break with Mance versus uh, Gabe Kidd and a bloody brawl throughout the entire arena. It was
With all
one
those
of,
guys coming over to AEW too.
yeah, yep, and just as good as pro wrestling gets. And also Mance versus Effie in the I Quit match, reminiscent of referee Tommy Young doing the old Terry Funk Ric Flair I Quit match. Uh, Effie was just elbow dropping his shirt, his his tracksuit over the weekend,
Gotta do
and
it.
Manser continues on his tear, the same way Terry Funk did during his era. So modern day, um, storytellers and the pro wrestling landscape. So it's fun to play the role that I'm able to play and take in as much as I can and contribute as much as I can in those moments. Um, and it harkens back to my favorite Tommy Young as a ref. So I would say maybe that trio is a little 3-pack of ones that if I could be in that moment, um, I mean, just incredible. Um, the overall sheer magnitude of it all. That's what pro wrestling is all about for me. And it doesn't mean that blood is part of it. It's just through conflict, uh,
Mhm.
when it escalates, sometimes that's a product of it. Uh, and it goes to show that there's different levels and different styles that blood and violence can be portrayed in pro wrestling. And there's different tiers. And it's
Different levels
safe to
of
say
all
I've
stories.
experienced the full gamut of levels of hardcore. and that perfect sweet spot for hardcore wrestling is just those good blood feuds, and those ones rank in there, and it's great. Those ones I can close my eyes, think about it, and relive it. But that's where it all started, was that one in Chicago, and that was one of the first big ones where it's like, oh, this is fun. I could write a newspaper article about this match and this build up, and since if been blessed with opportunities to tell more stories along those lines.
That might be a school project coming up.
Yeah, yeah. uh, Seeing a debut, man, I loved when Biker Taker was a thing, uh,
Yeah,
and I don't remember you know that he was gone, so I would love to relive a Biker Taker and be in full awe and appreciation of who he is, what he is. Um, yeah, if I could relive that, that would just be incredible, because he was scary, and I'd be like, I would have my own thoughts about his character in the ministry of
that's
darkness.
that's when he's the most entertaining to me, Biker Taker.
Yeah, yeah. So seeing a debut of Biker Taker would be so fun. Um, and if I could relive, uh, and one that I do love, that AJ Styles when he came in
That's a
during the
good
Rumble,
one. Yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't fully understand it. I knew that he was popular, and I'd watched him many years ago at TNA, and I hardly even knew what that was. I just flipped across it. So I knew he had a past. And when he made his debut, it was so impactful for me. I can only imagine if I had watched him years building up, how impactful it would have been even more. Um, or was it because I was innocent and didn't know? I was unbiased, but I, you know, took it for all it was worth. And that was the coolest thing. He was like number 10 or 12. He came in early in that Rumble. And it was one of those that keeps the people who are watching in the room with me uh, interested. Like, oh, this guy, yeah, I like him. Cool. It keeps the casual viewers in, and
Yeah,
he always did. So, yeah, that debut, wow, AJ Styles, and how quick that flies by.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
10 years.
yeah, looking forward again to maybe he has a next chapter. Uh, and if I could relive, uh, man, like to take in those early 90s G1 tournament matches and pay-per-views with Masahiro Chono winning the first couple and
Yeah,
first one against Keiji Muto, and their storytelling throughout all of it, and Chono turning heel in '94 after winning it. I mean, that would just be mind blowing. I would go there with a notebook and a water bottle, so I didn't have to get up. Just drinking a water and just taking notes and writing, because it was just so incredible. Such great storytelling for professional wrestling in that era, that if I could have lived it or relived it uh, and take it in for what it's worth, it would just be mind blowing. As well as, so the All Out pay per view, that was right when we got into pro wrestling, and we were traveling on the summer tour, and we were out till all
oh, when
hours
we
of the
stopped
night,
at the restaurant.
and we stopped at the restaurant.
Yeah,
And I just remember in pro wrestling, it's like we give it everything we got, and we travel and we work it. So my body was fully exhausted for the first
yeah,
time for pro wrestling, for good quality work, putting it in towards something. Uh, that by the time we hit that restaurant, I was so exhausted. I slept through
I do
most
remember
of
that.
it.
Very
I
tired.
remember waking up
And
and there
he's
was
like, we're
so
gonna
much
go
blood from
watch this
Dustin
goddamn
Rhodes.
pay-per-view at a restaurant instead of back at the hotel.
Yeah, yeah. I remember just being so tired and exhausted and taking it all in. And it was truly for the pay-per-view all out because I was out like a light. I hit
Yeah.
that table with my hand up.
Mhm.
But it was one of the first ones where we were able to watch and appreciate since being in wrestling.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It
That
was
was
invigorating.
no. I mean, Zach went to that one. I had tickets to go, and then we had the tour.
Yeah, that was so fun. And like we were taught, we'll never look at pro wrestling the same way again.
Yep.
And I just thought it meant one thing at the time. Like, sure, I guess I'll look at it differently. No, it meant you look at it in like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
And that
Amazing.
was the first time taking it in as a fan watching it, where it was like, yeah, I still love this. So it's like,
But I see.
I want to watch it, but I'm exhausted from doing it. And I, it was great. I would relive it just to take it all, take in every moment of it with the people around.
Yeah.
Because I slept, but I stayed awake for that Moxley time, and
I was saying, talk
yeah,
about a debut.
it was awesome. Paradigm shift. It was time. Moxley. I just watched a clip from Dean Ambrose leaving the WWE, um, and then think about the few months that passed after the paradigm shift. Uh, uh, vignette that broke. We're like, holy shit! Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
Something's cooking. I had never heard the name Moxley before, but then people started talking about his independent past, which was, I was in the independent world well after Mox's time in the independent world. So um, I realized, holy smokes, that guy was like a Terry Funk style of his generation. Um, so to see that Moxley was coming back, that was a debut that I fully embraced for everything it was worth. Talking about missing out and not seeing ones, that's one where I was able to take it in for all it was worth. And seeing Moxley debut was in AEW was incredible, like breathtaking
Right.
and eye opening, motivating. Holy smokes! Like, damn, that's something we can be in a locker room with one day.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
Yeah.
but
Not
yeah,
long after.
great pro wrestling and representing for the generation.
Hell yeah. And with that, we're talking about locker rooms and all that, what locker rooms will we be at this weekend?
We will be in Peoria, Illinois, for Homegrown Wrestling, the Homie Stumpy's promotion, going up against, oh God, why can't I remember their names?
The Hooligans.
The Hooligans. Um, talk about things going full circle. Back in those days, had La Pica Lounge, being on the pre-show, watching the guys on the main show, the Hooligans. They were like one of those guys, they were, being brought in from the outside. But it's a pretty good tag matches. Uh,
Yeah, it's the Hooligans. Like, I think them and the Foleys traded the belts a while.
yep, they traded the belts back and forth a lot. Um, so yeah, looking forward to this one. Might not get Neil during his retirement run, but we'll get the Hooligans.
Got the Hooligans. It'll be fun. Not sure, but have a feeling like we might be the main. Uh,
The bunkhouse brawl is the main, but
oh,
we
yeah.
but we might be the match right before it.
Well, yeah, because we got to figure out outfits for that, right?
Yeah.
Come as you is.
Yep.
But then, other than that, Perch, what do you got this weekend? Anything?
No, this weekend will be nice school, relaxing, some homework, find that balance, and getting ready for Bruce City in a couple weeks. Get the mind right, get the body right.
You get
Heck yeah!
first,
So
but
with
you don't
that,
get country air with
yeah,
Wisconsin.
we took it away. But with that, I think we should take it on home. So, Doc, any final thoughts or questions?
Uh, like what you like. Don't bother what you don't like. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Perch,
yeah.
any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, celebrate pro wrestling, and there's someone in class that we're reading the essays from each other as we're writing them, and one that I had to read, and we're going to review it, um, next class. She wrote on one of her teachers is a wrestling fan, so she got together with like their family, and they watched an episode of AEW together,
Oh, okay.
and it's like the perspective and um, wow, it was a very well done paper. Uh, and it was eye opening with the, I guess, the describing words, the verbs and adjectives she brought up.
Yeah, we
And
live in a wrestling bubble with how we communicate.
yeah, so to hear the thoughts communicated, and I think she's, maybe, maybe a fan, maybe not a fan, uh, but it's written from a wonderful perspective on pro wrestling. So we'll go over it next week, and you know we'll hear
You'll
from
strike
from
that shit down.
we'll hear from her. But no, it was incredible to hear that perspective, and it was love and admiration to the sport. She saw it. Uh, it came through, so it was very cool to hear. So just had to say, from someone who's written in a book called "Celebrate Pro Wrestling" Volume One, it was pretty sweet to see someone else write about pro wrestling that thing could be in a book and sold at pro wrestling shows as a part of a book. Who knows? But cool to see pro wrestling put into text and read about it aside from Pro Wrestling Illustrated, where it's caught up in it. I love it. I love that it's caught up in it. We need magazine and text to be caught up in it. But to get an outside viewpoint written down, uh, it's very cool. And then it made me realize there's
I
probably
do
been
always
papers written.
enjoy, yeah, seeing the perspective of outsiders for wrestling.
Yeah. And there's probably been papers written on it for hundreds of years that break it down a little more thorough than I would even have the words to explain it. So, yeah, fun to read some of the words. Yeah, how do I know what I feel until I read what I write?
Yeah.
But you have to write it first. You have to think it, and yeah, some eye-opening ideas lately. Grateful for pro wrestling.
Hell yeah. And then for myself, same old, same old. Tell promoters to book us. We're really good. We like to do the wrestles and like to do the tags. And Perch likes to ref when he can, when he's not doing class. So yeah, let people know. And then of course follow us on all social medias. And with that, we'll take it on home. Y'all be easy. One.
From the streets to the stage, I'm the king of my craft, you could catch another phase. Yeah, you left in a cage.